morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing today. Not too sure what I got going on today. I have a subscriber dropping off a transmission casing to try and weld. He dropped it and the end of the bell housing kind of chipped off. So he needs me to try and fix it. So we're going to try and do that at some point today. But in the meantime, this Integra needs a wash very badly. It's been sitting, even though it's under the tarp. I mean, just Arizona, like if your car literally exists for more than 10 minutes at a time outside, even in garages, Ramon's NSX, he parks that in the garage and then it's always covered in like an inch of dust. Like, it's just an Arizona thing. So right now, I'm gonna go rinse this thing off at the car wash, the self-serve or whatever, and then I'm gonna just get some sort of coffee, breakfast, energy drink, something, I don't know. We'll see how busy Dunkin' is. Since the quarantine or whatever, Dunkin's line has been like 20 cars long. And you'd think being drive-through, having the only thing that's open right now, they'd be a little bit faster. But they're not really any faster. If anything, they're slower. So, yeah, we'll go clean this thing up, get this food situation sorted out, and go from there. She's clean-ish. I didn't scrub it. I just soap watered it and rinsed it off. But it's still got a hydrophobic coating from the yeah, whatever. It's clean-ish. Except I don't have windshield wipers to get this water off, so I have to sneak over here and use the squeegee because race car, right? So I was gonna get Dunkin', but I didn't want to wait in line, so this turned into pizza and Monster from coffee and biscuit. But it is what it is. Also, if you guys like this shirt, the Horde Hondas Not Toilet Paper, be sure to check out one of my buddies out in Colorado, Backyard Hooligan Apparel. So go get yours. These are pretty cool shirts. I saw Brian down at work had one the other day, and I was like, that's funny. And he hit me up, and he was like, hey, you want a shirt? And I was like, hell yeah, I want a shirt. That's sick. So go check him out on Instagram. Go hit him up. Get a shirt for yourself. I'll try and get a little pull, not a big pull, just a little pull, just to get some VTEX for you guys since I'm heading back to the house now, because the guy's gonna come drop the transmission off here soon. Does feel good to drive. Kind of wish I drove it more, but the Miata is also a lot of fun. But then the Del Sol is also kind of the daily. I need more cars. I gotta vacuum the Integra out really quick because I always leave my windows cracked like an inch since it's under the tent to, you know, just like not let the inside cook because Arizona. But we had a sandstorm a couple weeks ago and the inside is pretty dirty. So let's clean this up quick, guys, on its way. So Ben is the guy's name. He just came and dropped off his transmission. Super cool guy. But now let's try and get to work on this thing.
See, this is the piece that broke off. He said he had it up on some sort of stand and he was rolling it up his driveway and the whole thing just kind of fell over and landed smack dab on the transmission. Now the main reason I agreed to this is because when he sent me the pictures of it, I could see that it wasn't going to be holding fluid, it wasn't going to be anything structural, there's no real bolt holes. The ones on here just hold the flywheel security cover thing on it. So that's the only reason I agreed to this. Now, welding cast aluminum in general is hard because it's never a pure aluminum. It's always like, you can kind of see it's grainy looking. That's all the different types of metals that's mixed in there, maybe even some sand or whatever the manufacturer uses to mix when they're making their cast. So it's going to be difficult in general, but I'm going to just try and give it my best, trying to at least get it covered up so that way when he puts this in, he's not worried about something hitting his flywheel. And the reason he wants to not have to buy another one if he doesn't have to is because this is an EP3 5-speed tranny. If you guys don't know, this is the most sought after 5-speed because it's got the shorter gear ratio, because he didn't want the 6-speed. I mean, he did, but he didn't. Couldn't find one for a good enough price, so we found this one for 200 bucks. So he's really trying to keep it. So pretty much all I need to do is see if I can't get this thing to go back together like that. So what I'm going to start doing first is just getting my flat disc or something and brake cleaner and cleaning this up the best I can, so that way it's a presentable surface for me to weld on. Well, it cleaned up decently well. It's kind of holding itself here, so that's kind of good. Really, all I gotta try and do, I'm gonna have to clean up right here too. I gotta try and get a tack on each end. I'm gonna try and do one on each outside and do one on each inside, but because this is so thick, I'm gonna have to take the torch to this first and try and preheat it a little bit. This is actually proving to be pretty difficult. Some spots are welding just fine, like along here, and other spots are just turning into bubblegum, like right here. And I'm not entirely sure why. I've only welded cast aluminum. This is my third time. I did valve cover and then a bracket and now this. So I'm messing with the settings a whole bunch on here, messing with frequency and balance and stuff, and it's helping a little bit, but yeah, I think it's just because the material, I've cleaned it a bunch, I've scotch-brighted it, I've acetoned it or brake cleaned it or whatever, and so it's like physically clean. It's just impure metal, I think. I'm gonna keep on working on this though and update you guys when I get a little bit more done. Just finished up the transmission. The inside went a lot easier than the outside, probably because I had already cleaned the metal by penetrating from the outside. And I just finished cleaning up the outside of it, and you know, it turned out pretty good for the, condition it is, despite what it is. So I just text Ben, so just wait for him to come pick it up. Ben just came and grabbed his transmission. He was pretty stoked on that since he didn't have to buy a new one. So now I gotta freaking take this header off because I told you, I mentioned in a previous video, a couple of videos ago, my O2 sensor bung on this header. I don't know the brand of the header, probably just eBay brand, like no name type thing. But the O2 bung is like angled at the transmission. So
when I take left-hand turns, it like vibrates against the transmission. And now when I turn the AC on, obviously the AC kicks the idle up a little bit, makes a little bit more vibration. And when it does that, it vibrates and just chirps a little bit. So I went and swung by Joe at Low Cash, bought a little O2 bung off of him. So I'm gonna pull the header off really quick and cap the other one, and then weld the new bung like next to it so it's angled the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, as you can kind of see this one, so that's straight up, and the header is like cocked over a little bit. So I'm gonna just move that bung next to that one and weld that one shut. There we go. Good as new. So I got the header done yesterday, and then I just started working on finishing up the downpipe because I figured while the carb is up and the turbo or the header was off, I would just slap the turbo on really quick and finish this up. So I got the bottom part of the downpipe done, and then this is just the last section here. I got my V-band right here to attach it to my mid pipe because I'm trying to not totally hack it up to where that way it's all removable, so I could, if I decide to go back to NA, I can just unbolt this section, unbolt the downpipe, and then slap the header right back on and replace the piece that the header connects to. So it will all be simple, removable, and decently clean. So this is my section here that I just got to attach it quick. I already tacked it on to make sure it fit, but now I got to angle this just a little bit. I got to fake it just a hair, but we'll make it work. Here's the bottom section, all welded up, super easy, pretty straightforward. Just welded right there and welded there. I thought I was gonna have to move this section because this is really close to the body. It's like squeezed right between the transmission and the frame or the tunnel or whatever. But I got like half to 3/4 inch on each side before it hits either or, so it gives me some wiggle room, and the engine's not going to be going side to side, it's going to be rocking front to back, so I should be totally fine. If not, I'll just take a hammer and dent it a little bit. But yeah, I was going to move this back, but it's even tighter back here, so this will work just fine. You guys can't see it, but across the street there's like a new Subaru STI, not new, but like looks like a new neighbor moved in or something, and I hear his car. He's always blasting up and down the street, but I don't know, kind of cool. Miata's all back together now. Yeah, so still just sitting here waiting for the intercooler to show up, and then once I get that, all I have to do is finish fabbing up the intercooler pipe setup and then bolt everything on, and then that'll be it. I think the hardest part after that will just be setting up a base map so that way I can get it to the dyno. This Doge just hit me up, and he said that there's a little pop-up car meet about 20 minutes from me at like a little coffee shop. He invited me out, so I figured what the heck, so I hopped into the A and give me something to do for the first part of the morning until I figure out what I'm doing today. But yeah, let's head over there, check it out, say hi to Doge, see if anybody else in the group is there. Well, this place is really fancy, and I just had some big old guy in a diesel give me a compliment on the car. Said he had been in New Zealand for a few years, so all of his friends had these types of cars, he said, so that's pretty sweet. He was a really nice guy.
Oh, he was from Buffalo.
Mo was just saying how the Miata is the king of the tailgate because I blew past. I was on the Fitz butt, which is on the NSX's butt the other night, and then that last time we went to Jerome.
The Fit is the king of the tailgate.
The
Ask
Miata
only
passed
drivers
the S2000 on the uphill
on Amazon brand tires, and he's very proud of it.
Why are you
I
so
let
sweaty?
him go. Because
You're like literally.
Do you know where we are? Do you know where we live?
Arizona, but like you're just like I can watch sweat roll off of you.
It's hot.
That was a neat little meet. We're gonna go get some lunch right now, just head up the street to Chick-fil-A. One of those guys actually recognized me because I had met him at Lazy Man Garage, Chris's house, like a year ago in Vasile Racing, and all of us went out there to work on Chris's CRX. So that's crazy, small world. I guess those were his nephews or friends, I can't remember, brothers. But yeah, they live like 5 minutes away. Crazy. Well, this isn't very ideal. I didn't think we'd have to go through a drive-through. Now I'm regretting taking the Integra. I should have brought the Miata with the AC. It's so hot. Doge.
Stand up again.
It's so dark in here.
Can you even get focus?
Sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Please sponsor us. We love you.
Yeah, she gave me like 20 packets of sauce.
Shit. She's like, I don't have to walk around your car.
Yeah.
So much easier.
That's the famous YouTuber ChrisSadowski. He needs all the sauce.
But then she was like, hot damn, you're right-hand driver. Did you see the Rari behind you?
Sir, did you know you're being followed by a Ferrari?
Yeah.
And the Miata in front.
Yeah, get that obnoxious Miata out of here.
With the Doge sticker on the back window with his sunglasses up. And then Doge actually rolls up with the sunglasses
Looks
up.
exactly like the Doge. Oh, it all makes sense now.
So I've been home for a few hours now, and I've just been kind of cleaning up the cars a little bit, went grocery shopping and whatnot, just doing normal people stuff. And went and washed the Del Sol for the first time in like 2 months. No, it doesn't really look like it, but I just dressed the side skirts, the front lip, the tires. You know, it's not looking half bad for what it is. The camera really makes this paint look a lot better than it is. And I don't know, I know you guys have been asking about the Del Sol a little bit, and I've really kind of just been neglecting it. Like, I drive it, it's not like I'm beating the snot out of it, and it's not like I'm just not doing anything with it. I have been trying to drive it less right now, mostly because my manifold cracked again a few weeks back or a month ago, and I welded it again, and I'm trying to make it last. But just in general, I feel like I've kind of gotten bored of the car, and I think a big part of it is because I want to do paint and body, and the interior needs to get situated, because this interior doesn't look bad right now because I just cleaned it, but I hate these stock seats. They're so gross and stained up. I've tried steam cleaning them and everything. Stock carpets are just blown out, you know, like stock steering wheel. I don't like this. I have a hub for it. I just need to buy another quick release and another steering wheel, but I don't know. I'm just kind of bored with the car at the moment. Maybe it's because the Miata is so much fun, but it's a fun car to drive, and it's mechanically like almost perfect. Like, there's no issues with this car, but I don't know. Just don't have the same interest I did, but I don't really want to sell it because I know as soon as I sell it, I'll just be super sad, and I'll end up buying another one at some point in the next year or so, and then I'll have to do all this work all over again, which I really don't want to do. So, I don't know, what do you guys think I should do? The only reason I would sell it is if I was really financially hurting, or if I really found another car that I wanted to get. But I still like Del Sols. They're still super awesome cars, and I wanted one for so long. So honestly, I think what I'm going to end up doing is, now that I got the AC working and everything in the Miata, and summer is pretty much here, I think I might just chill out on the Del Sol for a few months, just kind of set it aside, drive it when I need to or when I really want to, and try and stack some money up, and maybe over the summer start working on a little bit of body work here and there, and sourcing out new carpet and stuff like that. Because I think I want to try and, I don't know, make it nice. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see with it. I mean, it is already boosted. Maybe go bigger power, more power later on next year or something. Oh, there's a pigeon on my thing. He flew away. But I don't know. Let's enjoy the car for a little bit longer. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna just end this video off here. Don't really have anything else going on today. Later in the evening now, I'm gonna just kind of edit and tinker around. So hopefully if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. And again, let me know what you guys think I should do with the Del Sol down in the comments. And then if you're new to the channel, hopefully you consider subscribing. Yeah, Turbo Miata should be done here in the next probably 2 weeks, hopefully. And then hopefully, I'm still indecisive if I want to boost it right away or finish everything and then set it aside for the end of the summer, so I don't have to worry about heat soak and reliability issues this summer. But I don't know, we'll see, we'll figure it out. Anyways, guys, do what you love for you, but the rest I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.